Up, everyone? I'm Pete D'Alessandro with Five Tool, and we are back with more coach interviews. But today we're talking about the inaugural Alex Bregman World Series, which will be played June 22nd through the 27th, which is next week. And it is once again similar to the Pudge at the Z-Plex Texas Sports Village in Melissa. So today we're here with Coach Corey Thornton from UBC 15U. How's it going, Coach?
Doing real good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. So coming up, this is another big tournament. I know the summer season's kind of just getting underway, but how's the team looking so far this summer?
Well, so far I think we're improving. We're getting where we want to be. We had some real question marks coming into the season with our pitching staff. We got some really good arms, but they didn't throw a lot of innings with their high school programs. One of them was a catcher. He's always been a really good pitcher. Didn't throw a single inning. He caught all year long and didn't even get to throw a bullpen. So, you got to bring those guys along slow and you got to try to get them back into having a little feel of the ball coming out of their hand and getting them, zoned back in where they're, working to the catcher well. And so it's a slow process. So we need those guys to really come on for us in the Bregman because there's a lot of good teams, but we're going to make do with it.
Well, like you said, there are a lot of good teams and a good competition. And if things go right, you'll be playing all week long. So you'll need plenty of arms. How confident are you that they're going to be able to hold up all week?
Oh, I think they'll be fine. And we have quite a few. We got 10 arms. So, and we haven't played a lengthy tournament like this, but I've also pieced those things together so far to just make sure I get enough work for everybody. But also, it's summer ball. I don't want to beat those guys down, right? A lot of those kids threw a lot of innings in high school, whether it been for the JV team, freshman team, or a couple of kids got some varsity innings. So still got to be careful with those guys.
For sure. It's good that you're worried about the welfare of the kids because when it comes down to it, that's all that really matters. It's not always about winning championships. So about the team, how long has this group of kids been together?
Actually, only one season, really. So we played last year after the COVID. We played one tournament prior to the COVID, and then we played essentially the post-COVID time that was left in the season. We played about 30 games. Was our top. I think we were 19 and 13 or something. So not a tremendously good year. Considering we just ran out there and started playing right after the COVID. And again, you got to get those kids' arms back in shape because, we couldn't even practice or anything. But I have added a couple of kids in the fall that have really made a difference for us and helped us. So I think we're going to be okay. We'll at least present a good challenge for whoever we play.
So out of all the kids you have, whether it be new kids or older kids, who are some guys on the team that you've seen recently make some big strides and they're guys to watch out for this coming week?
A couple of really exciting athletes that we have are Beck Sullivan. He's from Waxahachie. He's a big, strong, physical kid, a multi-sport player, can really run, really athletic. He's got really good arm and pitches, plays outfield. Have another really, really good outfielder, Byron Burrell. He's from McKinney-Boyd. It's not quite as physical as Beck, but he is pretty strong and pretty physical in his own right. He can really run. Got a big, strong catcher who can really, really hit Orrin Abel from Melissa. So I think those three kids are really athletic, and all three of those kids can really hit. And Beck has a really nice arm. So I haven't been able to use him a whole lot on the mound. Didn't pitch much for Waxahachie High School, so we're having to really bring him along slow. But he threw. We played a doubleheader last night, and he threw a couple innings last night and looked pretty solid. So hopefully we can continue to build on that.
Have y'all changed anything up in practicing your preparations to prepare for this week, or y'all just doing the same stuff and hoping everything goes to plan?
No, we hadn't really changed anything. We pretty much practice on the fly. So we play fairly regularly during the week. We play league. Not a lot of teams play league. So we had a league doubleheader last night. So and we just got back Sunday from tournament in Tyler. So what I try to do is we get to the field early and we just kind of practice on those areas that need work, whether it be PFP or bunt coverages or outfield relays. Try to hit those before the game, touch on that, and then play, in our regular scheduled games. And this week we're in the 15 under 5-tool championships. So we got a really, really tough draw. So we're playing Longhorns, Canes, Sticks, Banditos. I mean, we got a really tough draw this week. So hopefully that'll help us see some really good pitching and get ready for the Bregman.
Oh, I agree. Hopefully that'll be some good preparation. But so with this next week coming up, of course, y'all want to win this whole thing. Everyone does. What are a couple of things that need to happen for y'all to take home the championship?
Well, I think any coach will tell you that, you have to have some breaks for sure. So your schedule, has to work out right. And, you got to have some lucky bounces. And really, I think ultimately what you got to be able to do is, and it's not always possible, right? Your opponent dictates a lot, and your schedule that you draw dictates a lot. If you can get by those first couple of games, running out, I pitch in order most of the time, so I'll run my best guy out there first game, and my next best guy out there in the next game. But if you can piece those first couple of games together, if you have a deep enough, quality enough staff where you can take the first couple of games and say throw your top 4 guys and kind of divide it up, you might be able to bring those guys back on Saturday or Sunday and give you some worthwhile innings. So the schedule and your opponent, and like I said, you got to get some lucky breaks. I mean, you got to get some clutch hits and just things got to fall right for you. Really, you can go out there and out physical and outplay and outperform your opponent most of the time. But in a deal like this, everybody's good. So you can't just be good. You got to have some breaks and got to get lucky a little bit.
Right. And it does take some luck, but regardless, it seems like you have a pretty good plan in place. So wish you the best of luck with that. Hopefully things go.
Well, I've been doing it a long time. You can't tell, but this is gray. So, this is like my 29th season, I think. So,
well, that's good to hear. They got a good guy behind the helm taking care of them, then it seems like. And like I said, you got a good plan. So wish the best for y'all.
Appreciate it.
One little segment left for you. It's called 5-tool rapid fire questions. So I'm going to name each of the 5 tools, and you just name the first player that comes to mind on your team. All right.
Okay.
All right. 5-tool hitting.
So you're gonna name the tools for me.
Correct. I name the tool, and you just say the first player on the team that comes to mind.
Okay. Good.
All right. Hitting.
Or enable.
Power.
Or enable.
Speed.
Byron Burrell.
Glove.
Ryder Owens. That was a tough one because I have 3 or 4 kids that are really solid there.
Well, that's good to hear. Last one, arm.
Beck Sullivan.
Cool. Good stuff, Coach. Well, once again, everyone, that was Coach Corey Thornton with UBC 15U, and they will be out at the Alex Bregman World Series in Melissa at the Z-Plex Texas Sports Complex starting next Tuesday, June 22nd through hopefully Sunday, June 27th. And they got some dudes to watch. So make sure to be out there and keep your eyes on them. Coach, thank you for taking the time to join. Really appreciate it. It was good to get to know your team better. We wish you the best of the luck in this coming week.
Thank you very much. Thank all the 5-tool people too. Those guys do a great job.
We appreciate it a lot. We do it for y'all so that y'all's kids can go out, have a chance to play in the best complexes in front of scouts, and hopefully, get to where they want to be one day. That's our whole goal as an organization.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, thanks again. Best of luck to you and your team this coming week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.